Hey everybody, it's Julie. I am here to talk about creative real estate investment strategies. And this is part 2 of Mr. Sam. He's so smart. He and his wife have house hacked and rented out their house so that they can move into something smaller. And the cash flow from the house is going to basically pay most of their rent for the condo that they're moving into. They're actually renting. So they're getting closer to financial freedom, but this I shouldn't say but, I'm not supposed to say but, okay? And this is part 2 to talk about their tenant selection process. So I talked about this in the last video. The Okanagan has a very, very tight rental market. It is extremely hard to find a good place to live. And so when they marketed their house, they have this big house that was actually too big for them, which is one of the reasons they decided to move. When they marketed it, they had like 100 applicants. And they spent days and days and days sorting these people, trying to find the right people. And they were anxious. They were really hoping to have, good people selected right away. And they decided to take their time. They had this one couple selected. They looked good on paper. Their background checks checked out really well. And then when this couple showed up, they just got kind of a bad feeling. And so even though the people had the money ready and actually had pretty good references, there was just something about them that made them hold off. And boy, are they glad that they did, because the next applicants, or actually, I think it was like 15 applicants later, which takes a lot of time. You got to have all these conversations. You got to go through these applications. If people are really serious, they give your application sight unseen so that you can start the due diligence process. At least that's how I like to kind of screen people. Anyway, that's what they did. These folks were 2 generations of family. So a couple in their 60s, along with the wife's parents who are in their 80s, right? So basically 4 older people, and they had both sold their houses and they just wanted to sit on their money and rent for a while and decide what to do next. So there's a couple of great things about this. Well, first of all, I think it's really smart that Mr. Sam and his wife decided to wait and be patient and wait for the right people. These people are the right people, not only because their background checks all checked out, they still, verified income, they still verified employment, because these folks in their 60s, they're still working, even though they sold their house. And they're sitting on a lot of money. So the likelihood of rent not being paid is very, very low. Also, they're older, so they're not partiers. They're probably not going to destroy the place. And they were just previously homeowners. So, they've got a lot of really good aspects to them as far as a tenant profile. And I can see these folks being there for quite some time, because now they're just going to be a really nice house. It's close to the lake. They can just take their time, figure out what to do next. And in the meantime, they're going to pay down Mr. Sam and his wife's mortgage. So really smart, something to think about. Don't hurry into a tenant, okay? I've done that, and it's usually kicked me in the butt, okay? So if you come away with anything, it's that one thing. Don't hurry a tenant into a property, because it's way easier to get them in than it is to get them out, all right? And I know all of you experienced landlords know that. So I hope that's helpful for you. If you want to keep in touch with me, one great way is to access all my free tools. Okay, so it's a bunch of free tools, including how to complete a real estate purchase contract and all these other things. streetsmartdiva.com/free tools, or you can book a meeting with me and we can have a conversation, talk about maybe if it makes sense to work together in some capacity. Either way, it'll be nice to connect. All right, that's at streetsmartdiva.com/book. So hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you next time.